This is Foundations of Math and Pre-Calculus 10, Chapter 7.2. This time we're going to be looking at the general form of a line, and that's ax plus by plus c equals 0. And note that a, b, c are all reals. A is greater than or equal to 0, and a and b cannot both be 0. However, we generally have it that a, b, and c are integers. Now, the benefit of the general form over slope-intercept form is that we are able to calculate the x-intercept easier. So let's look at a few examples. Calculate the intercepts of 3x plus 4y plus 5 equals 0. So we substitute. And we substitute x equals 0 to calculate the y-intercept. So 3 times 0 plus 4y plus 5 equals 0. So this gets eliminated. We have 4y. The 5 goes over to the other side. It becomes negative 5. So y equals negative 5 over 4. And again, it's always best to leave our answers as fractions. Next, we substitute y equals 0 to calculate our x-intercepts. 3x plus 4 times 0 plus 5 equals 0. So we have 3x, and we're going to move the 5 over to the other side. This disappears. This is negative 5. So x equals negative 5 over 3. The algebra is fairly simple, but if you're not able to remember, you can simply use the formulas. The x-intercept is equal to negative c over a. The y-intercept is negative b over a. Okay, we also have to solve problems where we're converting to general form. So we have slope-intercept form. We need to convert it to general form. So we take y equals negative 2 over 5x plus 3, and we want to multiply the whole thing by 5. That way we don't have any fractions. So we have 5y equals negative 2x plus 15. Now it's simply a matter of moving everything over to this side because we want the positive x. So 2x plus 5y, and this becomes negative, equals 0. Let's look at another one. We have y equals 2 over 7x plus 4 over 7, and we're going to multiply the whole thing by 7. So we have 7y equals 2x plus 4. This time, x is positive over here, so we're going to move the 7y over to this side, and it's going to become negative. Okay, instead of putting the equals 0 here, I'm going to just simply move the equals 0 over to this side. And that example is complete. Create an equation with x-intercept equal to negative 4 and a y-intercept of 3. So what do we have to do here? This is like a common denominator problem. We have x equals negative 4. We have y equals 3. We need to multiply this one by 3, and we need to multiply this one by negative 4. So we have 3x equals negative 12, and we have negative 4y equals negative 12. Now we can complete the general form. We have 3x minus 4y plus 12 equal to 0. And we can quickly check by substituting zeros in. So if we substitute a 0 in here, we get x is equal to negative 4. We substitute a 0 here, we get y is equal to 3. Let's try it one more time. Create an equation with x-intercept equals to 2 and a y-intercept equal to negative 4. So we have x equals 2 and y equals negative 4. This time, we simply have to multiply this one by 2, and we have to multiply this one by negative 1. So we have 2x equal to 4 and negative y equal to 4. Now we combine the two together. We have to do 2x minus y. And since we're moving the 4 over to the other side, it becomes negative, equal to 0. And again, we can check this. Substitute 0 here, x equals 2. We substitute 0 here, y equals negative 4. And of course, we want to be able to solve word problems. Susie has a bunch of dimes and quarters that total $2.65. Determine an equation. Determine how many quarters Susie has if she has 9 dimes. Determine how much money she has in quarters if she has 14 dimes. So our equation is 0.10x, that's $0.1, and we have 0.25y, and that's equal to $2.65. So x represents dimes, y represents quarters. Or let's make everything integers, so we multiply by 100. So 10x plus 25y equals 265. Now we substitute x equals 9, so that's 9 dimes. So 10 times 9 plus 25y equals 265. So we have 90 plus 25y equals 265, 25y. We're subtracting 90, so that gives us 175. And then we're dividing by 25, and that gives us 7. So that's 7 quarters. Now we're going to substitute x equals 14. So 10 times 14 plus 25y, 265, 25y equals 265. This is 140. We're bringing it to the other side. It's going to be negative 140. 25y equals, it's 125. Divide both sides by 25 and we get 5. This is 5 quarters, but that doesn't answer the question. We can actually stop here. We have $1.25 in quarters. Because all we need to know is how much money we have. We don't need to know the number of quarters. Here's another problem. The Vancouver Giants sell club seat tickets for $30 and end zone seats for $19.50. They need $60,000 per game to break even. Determine an equation in general form. Then determine how many end zone seats are needed to break even if they sell 900 club seats. So our equation is 1950 x plus 30y minus 60,000 equals 0. Okay, again we substitute. Y equals 900. So Y represents the club seats. because that's the price for the club seats. So we have 19.5x plus 30 times 900 minus 60,000 equals 0. So 19.5x equals, when we move this over to the other side, it's just going to be positive. And we're subtracting this because it's going to be negative when we move it over to this other side. 3 times 9 is 27, and we add 3 zeros. So 19.5x equals 33,000. X equals, and we're dividing both sides by 19.5, and we're going to do approximately 1692.3. So we want to round up, otherwise we're going to be short. So this is 1693 end zones seats need to be sold. To break even. And that completes this lesson.